Okay, we're recording. Okay, you guys, so welcome to tonight's call. My name is Carrie Casterly. For those of you that might not know who I am co-founder of Elite Knockouts, and we're all part of Team B, Team Believe and Empower. We are going to talk about Snapchat tonight because I love Snapchat. Love it, love it. And I'm going to give you some statistics starting off. So the thing with Snapchat, if any of you guys were at Summit last year and listened to Gary Vaynerchuk talk, he was one of our keynote speakers, or maybe you listened to the recording of him. He talked about Snapchat and said, if you're not on Snapchat, you must get on Snapchat because it's going to be the next big thing. And he's totally right. Here's some cool facts about Snapchat in case you did not know, because most people, when you think Snapchat, you're like, oh, those silly filters and it's all these young kids on Snapchat and how am I supposed to do business on Snapchat? It's not Facebook and all of this. So it seems almost immature, right? Like I know I had that same thought when I first checked out Snapchat and I was like, what are these filters with the dog ears and the tongue and all this stuff, right? But here's a fact. Snapchat is better known than Pinterest or LinkedIn right now. So it's better known. It is the number 2 most popular social media platform currently. Number 2. Snapchat has more users than Twitter, Pinterest, or LinkedIn currently. Snapchat grew as much in 1 year as Twitter did in 4 years combined. Okay, so think about that. It grew as much in 1 year as Twitter did in 4 years combined. Facebook has been displaced by Snapchat, which means the 12-year-old to 25-year-old demographic, and I know we're not selling to 12-year-olds, right? But remember, all the social media platforms, I remember when Facebook first came out, I was like, oh, Facebook, it's for the youngsters. And now here we are, right? Now Facebook has aged up, meaning now Facebook, like my kids are like, Mom, you're so old. You're on Facebook. That's so lame. You know, they don't like these young kids are not on Facebook. So Snapchat, the demographic for it is 12 to 25, but the 35-year-old on up is growing rapidly. So the millennials, the ones that are graduating college and going out into the workforce, God help us all, right? It's the fastest growing demographic, that age group right now. And, you know, if one of the points that I learned and that I was listening to was, if you think that you won't be able to get these people on board, you're wrong. Millennials in 2017 will actually be spending more money than the baby boomers, buying houses, cars, going out and growing up basically. So there is money there to be spent on health, fitness, and whatever it is that they are interested in. All platforms, like I said, started with young people. So if you think, oh, my kids are on Snapchat, good, get on Snapchat too, because the demographic will age up and it's continuing and it's so growing so fast, you guys. So those are some facts about Snapchat. One of the things I want to talk about real fast, how are we supposed to use it for our business? You know, you see a lot of people using it. I used to use it when I first joined Snapchat to entertain my kids, or to entertain Van, I should say, because it made them laugh and look at the puppy face and the tongue sticking out. But you can use this for your business to grow and build relationships. You can tell a story. And you know how on Facebook, well, raise your hand or give a nod if you have to sit sometimes and think about like, oh, I have this really great idea I want to post on Facebook, but how do I word it? What kind of picture? I got to do this and that, and I got to make sure it sounds just right. And you know, there's a lot of thought sometimes put into what a Facebook post should be, because when you're posting on Facebook, you can't just post like, oh, I made chicken soup for lunch and a picture of it, because that's just not what Facebook is intended for, okay? Snapchat is totally different. You can sit there and post a whole story of what your day is, and it's kind of cool because you actually get to see the behind the scenes of a person's. I feel like I know people. Like I literally feel like, Agatha, I feel like I've been friends with you for 15 years. I feel like I know you even better because I watch your snaps, because you literally get to watch and see their day unfold. And these pictures and these 10-second videos are so cool because it's like, oh, and you can tap on them and you can kind of keep scrolling through, and it's actually fun. It's like watching a little mini movie about somebody's life. So that's how you're going to use it for business. You will get sales, and it can help you grow relationships with people. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to share my screen. This is, if you guys have Snapchat already downloaded, which I hope you do. Let's see. You know what? I'm going to do this. Hold on 1 second. Share screen. iPhone. You guys, it's the first time I'm doing this for real here. Hold on. Here we are. Okay. Can you guys see my phone on there? Okay, cool. So the first thing is, how do you get followers? How do you add friends on Snapchat? It's simple, and there's so many evolvements and changes happening with Snapchat. So the first thing you do, you go into Snapchat. There's a couple of different ways. So if you look in the top of your screen, like where on the left-hand corner where you see the little icon where it says search, tap on your ghost or whatever that thing is called. And when you see that, you're going to go to add friends. Click on add friends, and there's different ways. So the one thing with Snapchat is you can't search for someone. You have to exactly know their username for them to pop up. So you can't put like Agatha, you know, like if Agatha's username was Agatha Hayes Fitness, but I'm searching Agatha Hayes, she won't show up. So you have to know their username. So the fastest way to go is do add from contact. And these are all people that are in your phone. So Snapchat is linked to a phone number. So when you have a contact that is in your phone that has a Snapchat account, it will pop up and you just click on, let's see, I don't know, let's add Andrew Boston. Some of these people, literally, I don't even know who they are. I don't even know how they're in my phone. Dan Eddington, add. So you can go through and literally add every single person if you wanted. And then you can actually, hey, Clark, come over here. I'm using Clark as an example. This is another cool way you can add, like, let's say you're at a bar, right? Because we all go bar hopping on the weekends. Just not anymore anyways, but let's say, so this is my son's, can you guys see his phone here? So I'm going to show you.
You better add me after this.
Clark's like, you better add me. So if you go to your camera, like, hey, so there's Clark. So you can take somebody's phone, so I'm holding his phone, and open it up where his code, see his name, Clark Henze. All I have to do is take a picture of it, and it's going to pop up, Clark Henze is already your friend. If you're not friends, that person is now scanned, and it will become added to your people that you follow, okay? So that's an easy way to add someone. Like if you're out and about, or if you meet someone like, hey, are you on Snapchat? Oh, cool, let me take a picture of your code so I can add you. And it's just fast, simple, it's done. The other way, let me go back to here. You can do an add nearby. I don't use this. Like if you have, you turn on your Wi-Fi, like it'll pick up people. Like if my neighbor, for instance, probably had Snapchat, it might pick her up, but I don't really want to do that. So, I mean, I guess I could, but. So that's the first thing. That's how you add people. I do want to say that, you know, you can use Snapchat to kind of cross, navigate through other social media platforms. For instance, on my Instagram bio, I have follow me on Snapchat with my username. When I post on Facebook, so like a lot of my stuff, and I'm going to go into my story and show you guys kind of what I do. You can actually take one of your snaps, share it on Facebook, and say, you know, for more behind the scenes, follow me on Snapchat. And then you can literally add your username so people can add you there. You can actually, another way, and I'm going to do this right now. So up in the top right-hand corner where that little wheel is, you can click on that. Make sure, I want to show you guys something. Make sure when you scroll down that who can contact you and who can view your story, make it to everybody. Okay, so that it's public, because that way everyone can find you. You can grow your Snapchat network a lot easier that way. There is a slight chance that you might receive a snap and open it up and see somebody's penis. It's happened to me twice. I'm just letting you know that it happens. So, I mean, you can literally block those people immediately. So don't and if you get a snap from somebody you don't know, you don't have to open it. You can literally swipe block and be done with them. Okay, so you don't have to open them. I made the mistake of opening it up. Clark's like, Mom, and well, it's true. I mean, there's perverts out there, but it doesn't happen often. Just like with, anything like Facebook, you get people sending you weird messages. Does anybody have any questions so far? I feel like I'm going fast because I want to make sure I cover all this stuff in 30 minutes. Okay, so you understand how to add people. Somebody asked me, and I used to think, see the number in the front where it says 2045? I used to think, oh my God, that's how many people are following me. That's not. It's actually how many snaps you've sent and received back.
That's
so
not true.
I just Googled it. Yes, it is. Stay out of my training. Clark's trying to school me and tell me what's up with Snapchat. I just looked it up, dude. Okay. Can you stop? I have 15 minutes to do this. Oh my God, you guys, teenage boys.
I'm not teenage, Mom.
Okay, Ryan. Okay, so the thing is, let's see. All right, so let's move on to the next thing. So now I want to go into telling a story. So once you've added people and you can start using Snapchat, down at the bottom where you see that little purple with the 3 dots there, click on that. And these are all people, like you'll see Agatha. Agatha, can I share yours? Okay, so like if I want to see, it says recent updates, and then it has everybody that I follow. So anybody that I add, and there's certain people, I click on Agatha's every day because I love her snaps. And then Shalene Johnson, oh my God, you guys have to add her to your Snapchat. So like Agatha, so I can literally look and see what she's been up to. And I tap on it and it moves to the next one, Team Call. See, she's got us all on here. So then I go into, then you can move to Shalene Johnson.
Asking about the metabolism program, like every single day, that's one of the most common messages I get. When is your metabolism program going to be available?
Good. So now,
you know me,
here's the thing with Snapchat, these videos are only 10 seconds long. And that's the awesome thing about Snapchat. You can do, let's see here. Like I'm going to go into my story. So you saw at the top where it says my story. They only stay on your Snapchat for 24 hours, you guys. So that's the cool thing too. So once they're for 24 hours, they're done. So now, I don't know why this is lagging behind, but I want to show you a cool feature here. You can click at the bottom and it will show you, come on, it's not pulling it up here. Oh, here it goes. It's a delay. So I can see who has viewed my story or who has viewed that snap. So like that picture I posted of my transformation, you can see all the different names. And that is where you can actually start to see, oh, this person is literally looking at all of my snaps. So you can tap on that person's name and send them a private message.
Don't send a private message to Marissa Conti because she's my customer.
No, Marissa is Amira Littles.
Marissa Conti?
Mm-hmm. She's a coach under Amira Little.
Okay, there must be 2 then. Never mind. Sorry.
No worries. But see, like for instance here, you see the number 58. So that's how many people have viewed that picture. And then the number next to it where it says 0, if that has a number there, which I think there is one that somebody took a screenshot. When somebody takes a screenshot of something, like this is where you can say, you can do a video and say, take a screenshot of my next snap for the recipe I just showed you, or for the recipe to the cookies I just showed you a picture of, or something like that. And then then people know, take a screenshot of it, and it will actually show you a number, and then their name turns green. So let's see if I can see. There's a delay, so hold on a second here. So there's one. Some of these are so just silly, right? Like it's not even, but it tells the story of like what you've been up to all day. That was at Van's doctor's appointment. Let's see. This is another doctor appointment picture. Same here. We took the puppy to the doctor because we had to take him to the vet. So here's one. I'm going to go up here. See, there's 2 people. So you can see Carrie, and I think Agatha was another one that screenshotted this actual, because this is actual picture of organic self-tanning lotion that I just got in the mail today. So if somebody sees something that they want to like remember, you screenshot it, but then you can see who screenshots it. Now here's another cool thing, a feature that you can do when you do videos. You can add text. And I'm going to do an example for you guys, but I want to show you, this is one. Okay, so one thing I want to say to you guys that I love about Snapchat, on Facebook, you can't add music that isn't royalty free. They will not, like, you'll try to post it. I just tried to post a video to a private group with that song in it because it's a Better Butt Challenge group, so I wanted something with like Baby Got Back in it. And I knew you can't do it publicly, but they literally wouldn't let me post my video. But on Snapchat, you can literally go into your iTunes, turn a song on that you like, and then you can make a quick 10-second video of doing the workout move and then post it, and it doesn't get taken down. So I love that. So here's another one. Right, so I'm gonna be ready for summer. So you can do really fun stuff. So the cool thing I love about Snapchat is that it's just really, you can get creative. And I'm gonna show you guys a couple of tricks. Take notes, okay, or do it along with me, I don't really care. So now you guys know that you can see who's watching your story. And when I do a post, so I'm gonna show you guys. So right now I have the camera facing you guys, right? So I can see all you guys. You can turn it around. So up in the right-hand corner, you can turn the camera or double tap it. So now, oh my gosh, lighting is so horrible. So now the one cool thing about Snapchat, JT, I will fix that someday, I promise. Okay, so you're gonna, if you take and you hold your thumb down on the screen, come on. Sometimes it takes a second. So you'll see at the bottom all these cool filters. So you can swipe over. Come on. Okay, cool. So now you've got all these bubbles. You can do some really funny stuff. Like this one is awesome. Hi. And this one, some of them change your voice. So let's do one that's this. This one's always fun. There's a delay. Okay, so let's say I want to do a quick video saying, all right, having so much fun. I'm doing a Snapchat training for my team. I love my team EKO. Okay, so now I just recorded. Yeah. So now I just recorded
For my
that.
team, I love my team EKO.
So now it's going to keep replaying that.
Having so much fun. I'm
So
doing
what
a
I
Snapchat
do.
training for my team. I love my team EKO.
So it'll keep saying that and you'll go cuckoo,
Having so
right?
much fun.
Because it's
I'm
just going
doing
to
a
keep doing
Snapchat
that. So
training
I
for my
do, I
team. I
mute
love my-
it for a minute so I don't lose my freaking mind. And then you can take this, and if you swipe left, look at, you can change, like that one looks better than that, looks real fuzzy. That looks a little more bright and clear. So I'm gonna use that filter. Now, if you keep swiping, you can actually turn on your Jeep, like if you have your Wi-Fi tracking on, you can actually see it says 55 degrees. Okay, so if you're at a beach and you want to brag to everyone that it's 85 degrees out, you can find the temperature one. You can, the altitude, like if you're skiing up in the mountains or something like that, the time is on there. And then the other cool thing, you can slow your video down or speed it up. So if you're doing a workout move and you want to make it slow motion for 10 seconds, it's really awesome. Oh my God, you guys. This is the woman I've been waiting to hear from. Ryan, Alina's calling me. This is a woman for my daughter singing. She lives out in Los Angeles. Oh my God, holy crap.
How are you going to get it?
I don't
Oh
know.
my
What am I
God.
going to do? Answer. This is a woman that I might be flying out to LA with my daughter to sing for her. She's a,
Here, pick it up. I'll carry on the call.
huh? Do you want,
What? Yeah.
Agatha,
Yes. Go.
yes, finish.
Okay.
Hey, just go for a second. You keep talking.
Okay. All right. I just keep talking.
Sorry,
But
guys. I'll be right.
Oh my gosh, this is too funny. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So, oh my God. So a couple things like what I want to add. First of all, for me, it's so much easier when I make, because I know people say, I don't want to add another social media platform, right? Because we're already on Facebook and Pinterest and YouTube and I don't know, whatever. But I have to say that at least for me, those videos are so easy. The posts are so easy and you can easily share them to any other social media. So I like this option. I like how the videos are so short and they don't need to be perfect. So sometimes when I'm making video for Facebook, I'm just like, okay, I'm going to make a video. I don't like it. Okay, I'm going to do another one. And then I'm starting putting music to it. And then I don't like the filter. I don't like the lighting. And then I'm putting words or whatever. So it takes me 30 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. Literally, I'm just taking the video here on Snapchat and I'm sharing on other social media. So I really like that. That Snapchat is really, just because it's going to disappear in 24 hours, it just doesn't need to be perfect and nobody cares. Actually, the most imperfect is better. And I have to agree with Carrie when she said that you kind of like know people better. Like it's kind of like behind scene, like especially when you follow, and I'm sure some of you guys already follow Chalene Johnson, and like she is just so funny, and she will one day she like stopped Snapchatting. It was so weird. And then she posted, she didn't, she just posted something like she had a bad day. She usually doesn't like to be in a bad mood and go on Snapchat. So she just posted like, I got to go to bed or I have to go and deal with this. So a lot of time on different social media, like those people like, Chalene Johnson or a lot of those celebrities, they don't post. But in Snapchat, you actually, and she even said, and for now, she's the one who's doing all this. You can see how their life is. You can see those top coaches, what they do. Like when you follow them, and one of the things, they always talk about it is just the consistency. And you can see through the snaps through the day, they're really, really constant. They're doing the same thing every day. And if you would be posting this on Facebook or on Instagram, people will, probably really upset with you. With Snapchat, they kind of like, they still watching you. And I don't know, I think like it's okay to do, 10, 15 snaps a day and nobody gets upset. In Facebook, you have to think like, maybe 3, 4, 5, the top. I don't, what else? Do you guys have any questions?
How many, with you guys that are doing it every day, like how many challenge packs and how many people have you recruited so far in this?
So this was another question. So I've been on Snapchat probably for like 4 or 5 weeks. Like I was like, okay, let's just do it. I'm just going to be every day. So people will contact me. Like I had few people who will contact me like, oh, I love your recipes. Or I love, I love your inspiration or this and that and the other. I have 2 people who are interested and they still didn't, they didn't buy it. Anything from me, or that they were not interested in the business as of right now. But I can see this growing, and it's probably more than I had ever had from my fan page from Facebook.
So do you message them on Snapchat? I don't get it.
Yeah, you can message them on Snapchat.
Oh, okay.
But they were the people who would message me. And they would say like, I like, thank you for the post, or can you share the recipe, or what work are you doing on this and then the other. So, and then, they were talking about, so there were a couple people interested in on-demand. So they were asking how this is all, working. And I did not sell Challenge Pack yet in those few weeks, but I have to say that engagement is so much better than I have ever had from my fan Facebook page. And I think, and I still don't have a lot of people who are following me on Facebook, on Snapchat. I have probably like over 100 people, and maybe only a third of it, depends on the day, is seeing my snap. half of it. There are some people who I don't think they will ever be interested in anything, but who knows? There's a lot of like teenagers, they were just adding me because, somebody else was, I don't know.
So you have people on there that you don't even know? Like, how do they add you if they don't have your ID or whatever?
I think I posted on a few times on Instagram and, because the profile is open. And if you hashtag, Snapchat, or add me on Snapchat, it was probably, there's probably a bunch of kids sitting in the middle of the night doing nothing, just adding people, to Snap.
Right.
There was one girl who actually shared with her friends, my code, and that's how they added me,
Interesting.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, and there's one thing, I'm sure you guys heard about Shalene Johnson's son, who has unwrapedsnap.com, and he has a lot of training, how to use Snapchat. And you can probably Google and find his videos, and he has a lot of good ideas how to do different fun, filters and how to use it, in your business. So there's somebody who I would recommend following for sure. So it's Unwrap Snap.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. And like Carrie said, I was recently, I do audiobooks. I was listening to Gary Vee, Ask Gary Vee, and he talks about Snapchat a lot. And if you guys follow him on social media, you probably know that, he's huge on Snapchat. And as a matter of fact, I think Facebook was trying to buy a couple times Snap, but I don't think they will be buying it anytime soon. Any other questions?
Not for me. Trying to think what else I can say.
Jen, did you say how did people add you if you're not friends with them?
Yeah.
I think it's if they I don't know how either, but a whole bunch of people have added me that I don't have them added either. But I think you can just do it if you're friends on I was gonna say if you're friends on Facebook, but that doesn't sound right.
Did you share on like Instagram or Facebook?
Unless they just looked you up by other people, like knowing other people who have you.
So you can look it up. You can't see, like I don't know what Jen or Carrie or whoever, I follow. I can't see who they follow. No, you can't.
Yeah, if you look, you can see.
Agatha, can you hear me?
Yes.
How, so being like IG and Facebook and being pushed into building relationships, how do you actually build a relationship on Snapchat?
Well, how do you get a relationship on Facebook?
Interacting with them, but I think it's more of a, whether you're going live or whether you're in small groups with them, like how do you?
Well, you just messaging them, you can send, bless you. Well, for sure it's different, there's different, like on, well, you can go live on Instagram now too. But you can post video, or you can message them, you can, have a conversation with them through Snapchat messages. You can message them, they can message you back. You can see if they like the post, like Carrie was saying. If somebody, screenshot your post, you can open the conversation. You can message this person, say, hey, I saw you like my post, I'm sure it's the same way. You can go live, but the option live in Facebook it's pretty new as well. And, people were doing a lot of business on Facebook before the live option was available. You can have a group chat too with, a lot of people if you want to do, I'm not, for sure it's not going to be a group like, we've done challenges, because, all those messages, everything disappear in 24 hours unless you save them.
So when you have your list of people that have either looked at your Snap or screenshotted your Snap, you would not instantly, but you would connect with those people. And then what happens in 24 hours when it disappears? I guess you would have to be actively screenshotting everybody that is interacting with you. How do you keep track of who?
Oh, you will see on the side when you open your messages, you will see who you were messaging.
So that doesn't disappear.
What's that?
Does that disappear?
No. You will always see, you won't see the message unless you save it, but you will be able to see who you were messaging to.
I can show you guys. If you look on the screen, I'm back. Thank you for understanding, you guys. That was like the most important phone call I've been waiting for 2 days. So, and I will fill you in on it in a little bit. So what you're talking about, Joey, is like somebody that messages you, how you see the message and if you can save it and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look here, like for example, these are all people that I've chatted with, or that I have here. Actually, these are people that have sent me messages. So you click on that bottom, see in the bottom where it has like that little square box, like where it looks like somebody talking, like one of those bubbles. You can click on this. For instance, I sent Jen Thatcher, which she never opened. This was a chat that she had a Snap the other day and I responded to it. So I swiped up and I commented. I was like, because here's Brian flipping off the camera. You remember that one, Jen? So I wrote totally like Ryan. So if I want to save that, you can tap on it.
How do I get it though?
So when you go into, so when you go into your Snapchat, like see where at the bottom, where you're on your page where it says stories. So you've got the 3 dots at the bottom and you've got that little bubble or that, so next to the circle on the left, do you guys see that down at the bottom of the screen there? So it's down at the bottom right there. So if you tap on that, that shows you chat, like who sent you a message and who's opened it. You can see like if somebody sent you a message, it'll be in there. And usually you'll get a notification and it'll say 1, 2, like it'll have on your actual, like if I go all the way out of here and you can see my Snapchat icon on my screen, if somebody has a message sent to me, there'll be like a 1 or a 2 or a 3.
Why don't I send it to you? Hold on.
Yeah, send me a message. Yeah, so
I
just responded.
Yeah. So you just responded to me and now you can see it shows up on the top of my screen, Snapchat from, and now I have a 1 there. So it shows me I have an unopened message from someone on Snapchat. So now I can click on that. And then down at the bottom where it says chat on the left, I tap on chat and now I can see at the top that I have an unopened 2 now, 1 from JT. And now I swipe back to the left, I can open up Agatha's. I want it. So that's my self tanner, my organic chemical free self tanner. And then I swipe left again. So now when I want to go back out of there and I go and tap on those 3 purple buttons or dots at the bottom, now I can see recent updates. So Fit and Funky, which is Danielle Natoni, Brandy Stark, Shalene Johnson. So I can click on Brandy here. So, okay.
Can you show, Carrie, like you can make a video and you don't have to post it to your story, but you can send it to me or to some, or like a picture or video or something. So because Joey was asking how you communicate with somebody.
Yeah. So like if I want to, so I'm going to tap on that bottom chat screen. So where it says chat here, right? So these are people I can chat with now. I'm going to tap on Agatha, and I can actually, if I tap on this circle in the middle here, okay, so I'm going to say, hi Agatha, it's me, your friend that you've known forever. Thank you for being on this call tonight. So now so you see at the bottom, Agatha Hayes, tap to add friend. So now I'm going to send it to her. So this is, if I'm only sending, so now I only sent it to her, it didn't show up on my story. So you just have to be really careful doing that, because you heard about that Playboy girl who took that mean snap of that girl in the locker room. She meant to send it to a friend, and it ended up going to everybody on her Snapchat, and she was totally like, everybody hates her now because she was mean. So this is how, so now she just opened it and responded back. Okay, so now I'm going to swipe left and I'm going back to my chat. So that's how you do it. I mean, that's how you actually, you know, can see who's doing what. So like Melissa McAllister, if you guys follow her, you should. So like hers, again, it's just like she's in Las Vegas right now. See, I feel like I know her life. I know her cat's name. She's got a cool, what does she have? A bobcat. Literally, she has a bobcat as a pet. I feel like I know her, but I don't. So that's what Snapchat is cool for. There are some cool things to set your, and I know we're running a little bit over, so if you guys have to jump off, it's fine. And this is going to be recorded, but.
And also, sorry, Carrie, because you can also call and FaceTime on.
Yeah.
So if you want to connect with somebody, I mean, it's.
So like this little video icon here, I'm going to send it. I'm ringing Agatha right now. Hi.
Hi, Carrie.
Okay, good. So now she can see me. Hello. Okay, so now I can see her. She can see me. So it's like FaceTime on Snapchat. So now then, if you want to end it, you just hit the green button again.
Okay, buy a challenge pack from me.
Buy the all access.
All right.
Okay, cool. So, you know, this is, again, if you, let's say you want to say, and just for business purposes, you guys play around with this. There's so much you can do, but let's say here that you want to say to somebody to go to your website, right? Because you know how you guys can type in, like if you create a free group on Facebook, right? So this is where cross-posting can come into play here. So let's say that you create a free public group, like a 5-day clean eating group on Facebook, and you want to advertise that on Snapchat. The best way to do that is if you go and you have a link open. So like if you go to Facebook here, and like, let's say Elite Knockouts, here's the URL. I'm going to copy that. Let's pretend this is a free clean eating group, you guys. If you copy that URL for the group, and then you open up a new tab and you go to www.bit.ly, and you paste that URL into the bit.ly, you'll see right where to do it. It shortens it up to like this big. It shortens the link. So you can type that in. So like right now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a picture, just random, right? I'm going to take a picture of the screen. So now let's say I want to do this. I'm going to, so that square at the top, you see all the emojicons, right? I'm going to show you a couple of other tricks and then we'll end, because there's so much that you can do with Snapchat and I don't want it to go into like an hour-and-a-half long thing. But let's say I'm going to have a purple screen. So see, I take this heart here. I'm going to take my 2 fingers and spread it open and make it cover my whole screen, right? Now I can take the letter T, tap on that. Now I'm going to add text and say www, let's say, I'm going to say Go Figure Carrie, which is my website. Let's pretend like this is where my free group is. And I want to say, okay, so now if I want it to look like that, cool. If I tap the T again, it'll go like that. Or if I tap it again. So, I mean, you can play around with it. Obviously that looks stupid, so I'm just going to leave it here. And then you can tap on, see where the scissors are. So you can actually take your logo. So like Jen, your logo for your team that you have, or Team Fuel, or whatever you have as your logo, you can take these scissors here you can put a picture, take a picture of your logo. So I'm going to show you guys what I already did. You can take, and I've already copied and cut out my EKO Elite Knockouts logo. So you can add this to any appropriate picture for your team. Like if you're promoting your team or join my team or something like that, you can do cutouts. And then if you don't want it there, you press your finger down on it, drag it to that trash can, and then it disappears. Okay, so if I want to say, and like these, I was playing around with this, so check it out. So you can cut out your own face if you want to. Like you can add stickers, and you can just keep adding stickers all over of like random things. Like I can just make this all about Carrie, and like half of my head's cut off. But it's, you know what I mean? Like you can do, is this sharing it anymore? Can you guys see my screen? Okay. So you can do stuff like that. And then if you don't want it, you just drag each one to that trash can. Drag it. So now if I wanted to share that, I would literally, well now right here I'm in Agatha Hayes, so you want to make sure if I'm sending it. So I just sent it to her, but that's the thing with this too. You got to be careful, make sure most of everything that you send, you'll want to hit my story. You'll want it to go to your story because then everybody can see it, okay? Any questions about this so far? I can't see it on my screen for some reason, so I don't know. You guys can see my screen still? Okay. Let's see. Any questions, Joey or anybody?
And, you know, just answering Joey's question, you can ask people to join you and like, hey, you know, every day show me that, you know, you're doing your workout, you know? Mm-hmm. So you can have a, you know, chat group, and you can have 5 of, you know, 10 people, whatever, and you can, you know, Snapchatting and showing if you did your workout, what did you eat, show me your containers. You can, I mean, I'm sure you can do it this way too.
Yeah. And the other thing I didn't mention is you guys can, the cool thing with this, if you go into your Snap story, let's say like this coffee cup here, or this, there's an arrow at the bottom, and you can tap on that and see at the very top next to that trash can where that arrow with a line under it, if you tap that, that just saved it. So now I can literally go out of my screen, that little circle underneath the big circle, if I tap on that, these are all my snaps, you guys. These are all things that I've taken. So now let's say I want to post one of these on Facebook. So I'm going to take, let's say this video here, tap at the bottom where it says edit and send, that little square with the arrow coming up out of it. I'm going to click on that and save video. Now that video is saved to my camera roll. So I can take that video and now share it on Facebook. So you can do that with all of your snaps. You can even take pictures from your camera roll and upload them into Snapchat. So now I've got my camera roll here. And let's say I want this to go into Snapchat. Ask yourself if what you're doing today. So then you tap at the bottom of the screen, and if you click on that little pencil at the bottom, now I can add text to it. I can say something about it. And then hit that arrow at the bottom right-hand corner and then add it to my story. So you click on that and then hit send. So you can take any video or picture from your camera roll, and if it's more than 10 seconds long, it'll break it down into multiple snaps. So that's the only thing with it, which is fine. It's totally fine. So if you do a workout video and it's a minute long, it'll just add it up to, it'll do 6 10-second snaps in a row as part of your story. All right, I hope this was helpful, you guys.
They probably do everything you just said.
Okay, Clark. I don't know why. Can you guys still see me? My screen is screwed up here. Okay. All right. Any questions or anything that you guys want to know more about real quick? Okay, cool. I mean, the best way to get to know Snapchat is play around with it. It's actually a lot of fun. There's no pressure. When I post something, I don't even care. I'm like, I don't care, because if somebody doesn't like it or comment on it, there's like so little stress attached to a Snapchat picture or a video, it's not even funny. Don't you agree, Agatha? It's like, it doesn't even matter. It's like everybody's posting whatever. It doesn't matter if you get 20,000 likes or, you know, anything like that. You can see who's looked at it, but nobody's gonna you don't have to worry about like, oh my God, nobody commented on my snap, because you just don't, unless you want to say something to somebody about it. All right, cool. So let me see how I get my, I don't know why my screen, I can only see like a couple of you guys, and I've no idea why. Anyways, all right, you guys, if nobody has any questions, I guess we can just end the call and get on Snapchat. And if you guys want, I will take and I will screenshot like Melissa McAllister and Shalene Johnson. If you guys want to follow, I have Brandy Botts, Angie Bellamere, some of the top coaches I like to follow because I do get really good ideas. Taking your Energize and shooting it instead of drinking it in a glass, like that's my thing that I do on Snapchat now. So you take that little mini scooper and you just pop it in your mouth and swish it down with water. I learned that from somebody, I can't remember.
Lori.
What's that?
Lori.
Yes, Lori Stewart. She's a top coach. She's on Danielle Natoni's team. She's an elite coach. Yeah. She's the one that was had that big transformation from Country Heat. She's in the infomercial. Yeah, I follow her too.
And also you can check on Instagram, and you know, and you can check with their bio, and they have their whoever you want to follow.
So if you guys have Instagram, I would definitely recommend adding Snapchat, your username to your bio. Make sure you're public, and then also add it onto Facebook. Randomly, like share your code on Facebook. Say, if you guys are on Snapchat, add me. That's the best way. Do it, you know, once every week and a half, every 2 weeks, something like that, so more people see. That's how you're going to get more people adding you on Snapchat. All right, you guys, I'm going to stop this sharing part of it. All right.
Tell us about Olivia very quick.
What's that?
Tell us about Olivia very quick.
Yeah, I mean, you guys, there's so many. If you go to YouTube and Google Snapchat, like learn more about Snapchat, Shalene Johnson's son, actually, maybe Agatha, if you remember the website or the link to that, he does an awesome Snapchat training. He really does this great Snapchat training, teaches you how to use emojis as filters and how you can pin an emoji to a video. Like if you ever see a video on Snapchat where like the heart sits there right in one place, but the video is moving. I mean, it's easy to do. It's really fun. All right, you guys, I don't want to keep you. We're already past. Thanks for staying on for those of you that are on here. I'm sorry I was like 30 minutes from, oh, Olivia. Are you saying you want to know what that phone call was about, Joey? Okay. You guys, I am so freaking excited. So nothing is etched in stone, and I'm not going to announce this, but Olivia's video was sent to somebody, a friend of mine who is out in Los Angeles. She is a singer-songwriter who is signed with Red One Productions, and that's who Lady Gaga is signed with and other people. She wants to meet with Olivia in person and do a demo recording. This woman is actually touring Europe next month with, she wouldn't tell me who, I wasn't going to ask, but she's touring Europe with another singer that's doing concerts and touring. Okay, so she wants to meet with Olivia because she saw her video and she heard her voice and thinks that she has raw talent. And yeah, so that was that phone call. I've been waiting for 2 days. And she travels all over the world. She's from Sweden and she's published with Red One Productions. So this is like a door opening for Olivia. There's nothing etched in stone. It doesn't mean she's going to have anything going on, but it could be a potential opportunity. And I'm like, I'm probably more nervous than Olivia. But yeah, that's what that call was about.
Yay.
So anyways, all right, you guys, now that I have that information recorded on my freaking, oh my God, what the hell. All right. We're going to end the call. If you guys don't have any questions, wait, I didn't check chat. Did all these questions get answered, you guys? Nikki, can anyone see you? I can see you, Nikki. If someone adds you, can they still see your stuff? If you have, yes, because if you're public, then they can, but you can block them too. Does that make sense, Beth? Like, so if you don't want somebody seeing your stuff, you can block them. All right.
YouTube, there's so many YouTubes about Snapchat too, like little videos. Like if I want to see Carrie's videos, I mean Snapchats, but I don't want her to see it, you can go on airplane mode, and there's other.
Yeah. So if you want to be stealth about it and you want to screenshot something, but you don't want that person to know you took a screenshot. Joey, did somebody answer your question about how do you screenshot?
Yeah, you just screenshot like regular picture.
Yeah, like, you press those two buttons at the same time, like how you would screenshot something. Wish I could show. I don't know if you guys can see me. Anyways, yeah, you press that button on the side and the home button at the same time, and it'll take a screenshot. It'll take a picture of whatever's on your phone screen. All right, you guys, I think we're pretty much good. If anyone thinks of any questions, feel free to just comment and all of that kind of stuff. Hopefully this was helpful. I'm telling you, once you get on Snapchat, you will love it.
Who's going on Snapchat now? Joey?
All right, you guys, have a great evening. Thank you for being on this call. I hope it was helpful, even if just a little bit. And yeah, it's always good to expand your horizons with social media for business and whatnot. So hopefully this is another useful tool that you can incorporate if you want to, and use it. Don't use it and maximize your time, because you can cross post. That's what I love about Snapchat. I do all my pictures there, save them, save it to my camera roll. I'll take a Snapchat picture, post it on Instagram, post it on Facebook. It saves a whole lot of time and it just makes sense. All right, you guys, have a really great evening. Go to sleep.
Thank you.
Bye.